Hello, YouTube. Luigi here. I haven't been able to buy a new knife, or I haven't bought a new knife since February, and that's a lot of different things, a change in priorities, and also just trying to get more mileage out of what income I have. Um, I'm not saying I'm never going to buy another one, but for now, it doesn't seem to be that compulsive. The last three knives in my collection were all gifts, and they were just quite nice gifts. This is a Fox Damascus that I got from Steve Burdett. Very generous offering. My first Damascus knife. I'm hoping for a focus here so you can see the pattern. The second one came from Hank and others in the Netherlands. It is a real steel Griffin. My first real steel. Nice knife. Thanks, Hank. And this last one was a gift, except I'm going to tell you, it comes from a good friend to whom I have given knives in the past, and he knows I'm a collector, and therefore he should know I have a discerning eye. But this is something I'm sure he got at a flea market for like 50 cents because this is a real piece of junk. But he's my friend, and it's a gift, and I'm going to cherish the sentimental value part of it. The reason why am I showing you a crappy knife? I was hoping one of you could help me identify it. The pattern on the wooden scales, the sort of laminated pattern, tells me this might be Frostwood. Jim Frost, the guy with Cutlery Corner, the guy who will sell you 120 knives for $99. That guy. Okay, so I think this is likely one of them. But let me tell you what's good about it. It flips open nicely. It has this interesting lock bar disengagement, a big tab here, easy to grab. I think it's ugly, but it's easy to disengage. I still think it's ugly. It's got a flipper and a thumb stud. They both work fine. Now, when I got this knife, the wooden scales were wobbling against the steel frame. I just needed tightening up. The side-to-side play in this blade was terrible. And I went to tighten up the pivot, and it's one of these stupid pivots where if you try to tighten one side, the other side spins. So with ham fists, I'm trying to hold two Torx bits opposite each other and turn one and hold the other. It was difficult, but I got it. I got it. Fit and finish, you can see the lack of flushness between the bolster, say, and the liner. And the frame. Look at that. Look at the gap there. It's just not a great knife, but it's a knife, and I've put it in my rotation, and when its day comes up, I do carry it. But I was hoping one of you might be able to tell me just what you think this is. It's got an interesting shaped blade. It's still kind of scuffed up. He obviously sharpened pencils with it. It's got graphite on it. I have not cleaned that up. I've tightened it up, but I haven't cleaned this up. On this side, it says, can we read that? Can we get a focus here? Please? This is the only clue about the steel. I don't know. Well, let me see what it says. It says 440 stainless steel China. That's all it says on here. I think this is a Frost knife. I'm not sure. It's heavy. Oops. It's heavy. If it weren't so ugly, there was a thumb flick. If it weren't so ugly, this engagement tab is comfortable on the thumb. You don't have to dig in. The meat of your thumb doesn't have to dig in and find that usually knurled bar. Sometimes if it's proud, it's easy to grab. Sometimes if it's recessed, it's hard to grab. Open pillar construction. And yeah, you can see the gap here between the liner and the wood cover on the top side here. It's just badly put together. And, I'm sure it's a great and functional knife for someone who had $1 to spend. It's just that we collectors are a bit more discerning. I'm not a knife snob. God knows I have plenty of $30 Kershaws and CRKTs, fabricated in China for American companies that I find quite useful. But they're decently fabricated. There's no question about that. This is not. Okay, if you think you know what it is, I'd appreciate your weighing in on it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have wasted your time sharing such a crappy knife. God bless you, everybody. Take good care. Feels good to do a video again. Yes, it's been a long time. Bye-bye.